And so by far the majority of us, perhaps all of us this time, are going to be experiencing this full moon on the 23rd. Cool. Purification as well, so you might be detoxing. I mean, full moons are about letting go, and so yeah, you could be shaking your own life up with the call forth waves. So was it about seeing the big picture? Yes, I say it is. It's about long-term stuff, about seeing the bigger picture and making changes, the bigger picture of your life and how the universe has been trying to move you toward what it is that you want. And that's a lengthy process because it requires lots of healing and all of that kind of stuff along the way. Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is today's tarot for all signs for Thursday, the 23rd of May, 2024, which is a full moon. It's a full moon in Sagittarius, no less. It's happening at 8:53 p.m. here in Asia, and so by far the majority of us, perhaps all of us this time, are going to be experiencing this full moon on the 23rd. Cool. So this deck says that the full moon in Sagittarius is all about seeing the bigger picture. Let's see if the guides, my guides, agree with that. Now, I have a live show 3 times a week here on YouTube. It's called Psychic Cafe. In there, I give 1-question readings amongst other things. Come along sometime. I'd love to see you in there. If you want one of those 1-question readings, you can book in at any time on my website, BeHealing.com. Find a link for that in the description box below and also up there. If I'm live when you book in, I'll do it right away. But if I'm not, I will do it right at the start of the next live show and then send you the link to the replay. You don't need to be able to make it live in order to get one of those. So what's in the energies for everybody today? We have call forth the waves and sunlight after darkness. So this call forth the waves, it's like bring it on, bring it up. I want to shake up. That it tends to come out when we've been experiencing stagnant times, and we want a shake up, we want something to happen, a bit of drama, a bit of something, and sunlight after darkness, something positive, of course, that's what we want, right? Some positivity, some new positive things in our lives. We've got purification as well, so you might be detoxing. I mean, full moons are about letting go, and so yeah, you could be shaking your own life up with the call forth waves. In other words, when we cut things out of our lives that aren't good for us, there does tend to be a bit of a detox phase or a bite back kind of thing. Of course, there's always a reason that we do stuff, and so stopping doing it, there will be. But the call forth the waves could be saying, like, bring it on. I'm strong enough now to deal with the, I don't know, withdrawals from cutting out caffeine or whatever it is. It could be about that. Purification, letting something go and strong enough to deal with it. I also offer private readings from my website, BeHealing.com. Find a link for that in the description box below and also up there too. And I get those out within 48 hours of you ordering them. Energy healings as well. I also give coaching too. Check it out. All on BeHealing.com. We've got self-care and patience. Yeah, taking care of yourself and being patient with it. Like I said, could be deciding to cut something out of your life, realizing it's going to be a bit of a challenge. It's going to be, yeah, because there's going to be a downside of it, but it's usually a temporary downside, right? Of those detox symptoms or whatever it is, the side effects. So having self-care, being patient with the whole process, because for that short-term discomfort, we do tend to get the long-term gain, right? So be thinking on that. So perhaps it's right, you know, seeing the bigger picture. You could be seeing the bigger picture for your health or for something in your life. You know, it's like, okay, if I change this thing now, it will be better for me in the long term. I'll take the hit now and I'll go through this process now and take good care of myself and be patient with the process for that long-term gain. Could be talking about business as well. Let's get some tarot cards out. So there's 2 ways in which to win a private reading with me worth 160 Australian dollars every single month on this channel. Wow. The first way is by being a subscriber to my channel, clicking like on this video, then leaving a comment. That'll get you 1 entry in. Do that as many times as you like on all my videos, including my shorts throughout the month, and it'll get you many entries in. And the second draw for exactly the same thing. A private reading worth 160 Australian dollars. Check out my pick a card reads. If you purchase the deeper dives to those pick a card reads, those extended readings, that'll get you entered into the second prize draw. So we've got the tarot out now. Starting out with the Death and Rebirth card, this is significant change. So we're not talking about little changes here. We're talking about significant change in your life. Now, if we are talking about like detoxing alcohol, stopping smoking, those kind of things for your health, stopping caffeine, you might think, oh, well, that's only a small thing. But no, it might lead to a bigger change in your life, and you might just be ready for that step. Those things that we use tend to be numbing down feelings, feelings that we need to feel in order to heal, perhaps, or let go of something, or move us in a new direction toward a big change. So whatever's happening at the moment, it is leading to a big change in your life. Six of Swords, the universe is helping you to get there as well, to that change that you want. Knight of Pentacles, it's not going to be fast though. There's going to be a slow phase to it, especially at the start. Queen of Cups, but be open to receiving. Cool. Death and Rebirth. Tell us why the Death and Rebirth is here. So, lovers, Knight of Emotions, Three of Voices. Wow. So the big change that we've got, the process is starting off with this full moon. So whatever you're giving up, that call forth the waves. Okay, let's do this now. Let's rip that band-aid off. Let's make that change. It is directly concerning what you're heading toward in your love life, a positive, healthy relationship, Knight of Emotions, romance, Three of Voices, no more heartbreak anymore. So you might not think it's related, but it is related. Now, I quit alcohol, and it was directly related to so many things in my life. Once quitting alcohol, I was able to be present with my feelings, and I had to be ready for that too. Couldn't quit it before I did, because it served a good purpose of diminishing anxiety feelings, so I could actually function. So it served its purpose, that self-medication in its time, but the coming off it and feeling my feelings, and it allowed me to make changes in my life based on any negative feeling that was left in my life quickly, because when you're able to be present with all of your feelings, because the majority of the stuff feels good in your life, then when something or someone comes in that doesn't feel good, you deal with it straight away. When you're numbed out, when you're drinking alcohol all the time, you don't notice those things. You're numb to everything. You're not just numbing down the anxiety, you're also numbing down this bad feeling from this person that's coming in too, and so you don't notice those things. And so it has led to great big change. So we're on that as well. Oh, what am I getting those out for? That's on autopilot. What's behind that? So don't underestimate what you're doing at the moment. Sacred space. It's giving you your space and your presence. Whatever it is that you're considering at the moment, detoxifying, purifying in your life, it's going to give you presence, more presence, and that is going to be the instigator of this big change in your life that's coming. Six of Swords, and the universe is helping you to get there, and it has been for a long time too. Tell us why the Six of Swords is here, please. The Empress, because you so deserve it. Out of this inner conflict, and then out of Eight of Voices is the binds, the mental binds that we've had, that those thoughts and beliefs, like I don't seem to be able to change this, I don't seem to be able to do anything about it. So it changes in the internal conflict first. So in other words, getting an alignment with ourselves internally, kind of emotionally, and then the clarity comes about to set ourselves free, and you so deserve it. So a lot of you have got to this belief, first of all, that you deserve it, that you're the Empress and you really deserve great things. And the universe is like, yes, you do. I'm going to help you get there. From that point, then we're going to take you through this process, perhaps of detoxing something, so you can be even more present, so that you'll notice, oh, this doesn't feel good. I've got to stop doing that, or being with those kind of people, and so that you can fine tune. In that way, you get more guidance, better able to be guided in every moment. You get more sensitive, present and sensitive to all kinds of guidance, whether it's from your body, or whether it's from spirit world, or whether it's from direct experience of life and people around you. There's teaching behind that, so you're going to learn a whole lot more from this. 9 of Pentacles, but it's not going to be fast. It can't be fast. Definitely with that self-care and patience. Check out my self-care channel, Self-Care Claire. You'll find a link for it in the description box below that. See more. Okay. Knight of Pentacles, why? Three of Materials, it takes planning. So planning and persistence is what I'm getting from that. It's not going to be slow, especially at the start. I mean, it's not going to be fast, especially at the start. You're going to have to persist, keep going with it, make something a habit. And that's going to be an inner journey. So it's going to be an inner journey. That's what I was getting from the Five of Voices, sorting out the inner conflict first. So say you're quitting coffee, for example. This is saying, you know that you deserve it. There's something bigger behind this. It's not just about the coffee. It's never just about the coffee. Five of Voices, there's going to be like inner battle with that. It's like this morning, oh, well, I didn't sleep that well. Maybe I should have some coffee this morning. All of that bartering and that internal conflict, of course, that's going to happen. And it's going to take planning. You're going to have a strategy, you know, to deal with that kind of thing. And it's slow. And you might slip up and have a coffee and convince yourself that, yeah, today is a good day to not do it, you know? And that's okay. Have a plan for that too. So don't throw it out the window. You know, if it's something like dieting, then if you do overeat a day or, you know, not be in a calorie deficit one certain day, then have a plan for that. Don't throw it out the window. So many people do that, I know, but just keep on with it. It's like, oh, so what if I had too much that day? Tomorrow I'll just carry on with the deficit and I'll be fine. So Queen of Cups, why have we got the Queen of Cups here? Queen of Cups is all about being open to receiving, heart wide open to balance. Interesting. Balance. Two of Materials, being more balanced. So many people are kind of extremists, especially it looks that way because the extremists shout very loudly on the internet, especially. And so we might think that that's the majority of people. It's not, it's just the majority of the loud people at the moment. A lot of people are more balanced. And be open to that. Be open to being balanced. It's not that impressive, right, to algorithms apparently, and so we're not that impressed because apparently we go along with algorithms now and it tells us how to think and what we like and what we don't like, but it doesn't really impress me. Balance impresses me, and when I see that, it can seem like it's boring. Like if you've got a partner coming along, and a potential partner, and they're balanced, it's like, well, that's not exciting. I want them to be like extreme. You know, because that's exciting. It's like, it's not good for a relationship though. Psychic development and new beginnings. But as you get yourself more into balance, you'll feel it. Psychic development and new beginnings, that balance and balanced people and balanced situations are actually better for you. Interesting. It's very like detox kind of a theme. What about our love lives? What's going on in our love lives? This new moon in Sagittarius today. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. And if some of you are like quitting smoking or quitting drinking or even losing weight, you're probably going to be around different kinds of people then. You're going to start being around people that don't. I know, like when I'm on Tinder, if they say that they're a smoker or if they're like got a cigarette in the photos, swipe left straight away. And if they're holding a drink, same. I'm like, I don't want to be with someone like that anymore. And then suddenly we find ourselves around completely different kinds of people. Look inside yourself. Examine what's causing you to feel this way. Lots of introspection with regards to relationships. Talk less, feel more. There you go. Feel more. So we're going to be getting more into our feelings. And I feel that's what it's about, this purification. It's so that we can feel more. Another thing as well is like dating. I always used to meet people when I was out drinking. They're not my kind of people. They're not my kind of people. I don't want to get into a relationship when I'm out drinking. Not my kind of people. I don't want to be doing that kind of thing. So I don't want to party. Like we're not going to be doing this, wanting to do the same things, right? So detoxification could have something to do with that too. Yeah. Fear and rejection. Could be feeling fear of rejection today. If you're changing something fundamental about yourself, you might think that, but everyone drinks coffee or everyone drinks alcohol. It's not true. Everyone smokes. It's not true. Everyone overeats. It's not true. It is not true. What else have we got in our love lives today? We've got orgasm. Lucky you. Mistake and delight. Mistake and delight? I think that's the extremes thing. You know, extreme people, they can be exciting and delight us, and we think, wow, this person's amazing. When really, a balanced person doesn't appear amazing, but would be much better for a relationship. Try not to be too impressed by people, and don't go for those ones that are trying to impress you either. We've got a basket, recognition, reward for merit. We've got a jug, a light-hearted, carefree time. We've got a crown, honor and respect will come to you. Empress. And I, psychic ability. Trust your intuition. Cool. Well, think of a yes or no answer question, because I've got a red and a green crystal in this bag. I'm going to pull one of them out very shortly for our answer. But this is just a bit of fun. It's a general reading, not a personal reading. If you want me to pull crystals out of my bag, cards out of my decks, 4 questions that you've got, book yourself in for a 1-question reading on my website, behealing.com. You'll find a link for that in the description box below and also up there too. But if you've got a few questions, if you want a private reading, if you want something more detailed, get yourself a private reading. I get them out within 48 hours of you ordering them. You'll find a link for that in the description box below and also up there too. Also offer energy healings as well. You can add one on for a reduced price, no less. How best to deal with these energies today? It's just the top one. It's the sun. Okay, the sun is about feeling really happy. It's about the inner child being really happy. So it's that pure joy that we feel in that openness. We need to be feeling everything that we're feeling before we can get to this point. This point is like all babies and little kids, you know, how they're smiling and they'll laugh at everyone and they're just open. They're like dogs, right? Unabused dogs, let's put it that way. Just open to everyone like that, and pure joy feeling. We can get ourselves back to that point. But it's a slow process to get there, of getting back to not doing any of the things, be it food, drugs, alcohol, smoking, I don't know, all kinds of things, shopping. Once we've got rid of all of those things that numb our feelings, so once we've healed ourselves enough to let go of those, because that happens as a process of healing ourselves, then we get to the point where we can be present with all our feelings. Then we can start acting on our guidance to make changes in our lives, so that we're putting boundaries to those things that make us feel bad, and we start feeling better and better and better and better, so we get back to this point of being able to be open and happy. You're headed there. That's where the universe wants us to be, and it knows that we deserve that. You deserve to experience that, especially those of you, this is all about healing, be healing, especially those of you that have suffered, that have had the worst that life has to offer. You've got the best things coming. And I know, for one, I never had this experience as a child, and I deserve that experience now. And that's where we're headed. So, hope, more than hope. You're on an amazing path to true happiness here. Think of a yes or no answer question now. Your answer is yes, go for it. So, was it about seeing the big picture? Yes. I say it is. It's about long-term stuff, about seeing the bigger picture and making changes. The bigger picture of your life and how the universe has been trying to move you toward what it is that you want. And that's a lengthy process because it requires lots of healing and all of that kind of stuff along the way. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click that subscribe button if you're new. Leave a comment, that I'll get you an entry into that prize draw for a free reading with me at the end of the month. I do one of these today's tarot every single day of the year, including new moons and full moons, of course. I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show, and I make 2 or 3 pick a card reads a week as well. You can find one of those right there, right now, and watch that next if you want. Have your best day ever, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.